Sony A6400 is finally back in stock after temporarily being discontinued, of course, due to the chip shortages. And even though there are other really good alternatives in the market that I will briefly look into later in this video, it really begs the question: if you've been eyeing this particular camera, if you've been eyeing this particular camera, should you take the leap of faith and just go for it, or rather pass? Shall we find out? Let's go! Welcome back, you awesome people. It is so good to see you again, and if you're joining in this for the first time, I'm Tom Syriax. Welcome. So let's talk about the Sony A6400, an awesome little APS-C camera that I've been using for roughly about 2 years, and I love every bit of it, almost, and about that in just a bit. So when it comes to pictures, if that's all you're going to do with that camera, honestly, I don't think it's worth getting it, since A6100 or even the older Sony A6000, the good old OG, will certainly have the same sort of quality with the pictures, you know. And I think maybe spending that money that you save on a camera on the good lens perhaps will be a better improvement in the picture quality. And here's some examples: A6000 on the left, A6400 on the right. You can get the raw files on my website to see for yourself if that is helpful. There are of course other things to consider besides the picture quality, like the build quality. The A6400 is more rigid? How is that pronounced? Rigid. Anyways, it has the magnesium alloy body, which is also dust and moisture resistant, and the Sony claims a 200,000 shot shutter life. The A6000 is way more plasticky, no weather sealing, and has about 100,000 shot shutter life. Also, the A6400 has one of the fastest autofocus systems, and you can make really good use of the real-time eye autofocus and real-time tracking features. However, I assume you're watching this video because you are more into making videos, or you're a really amazing supporter of my channel, which I highly appreciate. Thank you so much. But that aside, A6400 with its video capabilities is where it excels in my opinion. It can capture 4K videos, which it actually oversamples 2.4 times the image data, and all that at up to 100 megabits per second. 120 frames per second slow motion? Check. Mic port? Check. Picture profiles like S-Log2, S-Log3 and HLG? Check. But it's not all fun and games with this camera, especially when it comes to picture profiles. You see, this camera has only 8-bit color. This means that I personally do not recommend shooting in S-Log profiles, no matter what most of the YouTubers say. I recommend watching some of Gerald Undone's videos where he explains this scientifically, but long story short, 8-bit is not enough, it's not good enough for S-Log, and you will be way better off with HLG, also known as hybrid low gamma. But if you want to use S-Log, you can, but I would only recommend it if you have a camera with a 10-bit color. This model also lacks IBIS or in-body image stabilization, and another thing I really miss on this camera is the flip-out screen, which brings me to its main competitor, the Sony ZV-E10. It is the newer camera, has almost all of the same features as the Sony A6400, has a flip-out screen and costs roughly $100 less, but it does not have the same build quality or the weather sealing. And the reason why lots of people still choose Sony A6400 is because you can get this thing used much easier than the ZV-E10. New A6400 comes around roughly $900, but used ones I've found somewhere around $700, which I think is a very decent price for the performance. I really do love my Sony A6400, but if I would have to buy a new camera, I myself would definitely go with the ZV-E10 instead, no questions asked. What will you be getting then? I hope this video helped in your decision making, or at least you got to enjoy my mumbling a little bit. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Don't forget to keep on creating. And I see you down below in the comments, cause I've missed you guys. Hit me up. Ata.